I went to my room and remained there until dinner. The remainder of the night passed by, surprisingly uneventful. The boys continued to train with each other, ignoring me, their princess, just saying. Not nice. But were kind enough to stop by and make me dinner. I was glad for that. You know, them doing their job. Girl, have higher standards. And now we're back to the skip button. Because it's time for school and we got stuff to do. You know what, I'm just gonna walk away. Because, you know what, you're not worth it. Also, well, I don't know if the rules have changed since my day in school, but hip huggers with a belly-bearing t-shirt you could never get away with. You would have been sent home so quickly for this. You know what, I'm just gonna leave before I keep critiquing her outfit. No. No. I told you walk away. I wasn't going to bring myself to her level. Oh, okay, you are obeying me. Cool. Sorry, game. Just, I don't know how conscious you are. And after Doki Doki, I take nothing for granted. And I'm kidnapped, and this is kind of not cool. But you know what? I'm a strong woman. I'ma fight you. And we fight. Okay, and then I get out of there, and then I meet Diana. You know what? If it's the memories, and I get to keep living, and I get a normal life, or I hang off incubi, you know what? You can have incubi and my memories. Because I know if I fight this time, I'm gonna die. And I'm not quite to the deal making point with you, Diana. And I know there will be a time where I will make a deal with you, but it won't be today. Because in this life, Alta just wants to be normal. So here you go. Take my memories and GTFO with the boys. So I can have a life. I looked at my phone and saw a text I must have completely forgotten about. At breakfast the next morning.
Hey, I know you have school today, but do you want to hang out after?
Yes, and how did you get my phone number? I'm pretty sure there was no text in which I gave him said phone number. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. That is not the case at all. Just, how did this happen? Question mark? I couldn't help a small smile from growing on my face. Andrew was sweet and seemed like a good guy. I remembered how he gave me his number as he dropped me off at home from my visit to grandfather's grave, making my small smile bigger. I chuckled and texted back. Sure, why not? I will study, just not today. I made myself some quick toast and coffee and a skip button. Because the morning is the same regardless. I decided to keep my eyes on my notebook. I began to scribble random doodles, some which stuck out to me more than others. I had somehow managed to doodle a small bear with a heart on its stomach. I cracked a small smile at the image, imagining the heart lighting up on my paper as I pressed the eraser of my pencil on it. Aw, the bear you made your grandpa. That's so sweet. I remembered what had happened last week, slowly frowning at the memories of my grandfather. I guess it was still hard to let go of him. To lose someone is never easy, but I knew that morphing and letting his memory get to me wouldn't do any good. I mean moping. I don't think Alta is a Power Ranger. Although she might be. I don't know. We'll see. I felt, though, that he was watching over me. As stupid as that may sound, I felt that I somehow safe. Like it was okay to not focus on school or my future, and just live my own little world. No. Not always, sweetie. Sometimes you gotta focus. Just saying. I could be a little girl and draw pictures instead of plan out the rest of my life and be perfectly happy. No. Sweetie, at some point you gotta grow up. Sadly, I knew that wasn't realistic. Good. Graduation was slowly coming up, and my mind had wandered into the future once again. What was I going to do? That is a good question to have. It was hard to think about. At this rate, I just wanted to wing it. No decisions had to be made ahead of time in my little world. Oh, no, sweetie. You should have already been looking at colleges and stuff. And SATs and all that stuff. No disappointments would come out of whatever I decided to do in my little world. Yeah, that feels like a very Alta thing to have said back in the day. Hell, maybe I could have found a perfect magical love in my little world, and life would just turn out like a dream. Girl, no, do not build your life up around someone else. It was sad to think that my world wasn't real. Doki doki flashbacks. This. She's not here, is she? The lady from the wall, the lady who knew everything? Yet my heart still wished that it was. I gently squeezed the inside my chest, almost convincing me that magic could be real. But that would be crazy. Next you'll say there's incubi, and demons, and succubus. Nah, those things aren't real. My mind knew better. I let out a small sigh, letting my little world hide away in my thoughts as the class bell rang. Naomi and Zuzu smiled at me, making me feel a little better. At least I still had my friends. Yeah, your friends. Who don't seem to be having crises right now. And I do wonder, in other playthroughs where you very specifically romance them, if the crises they have is not something of Diana's doing. Hence the purple pencils. Although, is my pencil purple? I think it's worth knowing. I quickly gathered my things and left to my next class. Throughout the day, I found myself wondering about my future. What was I going to do? How was I going to do it? Everything. Then Andrew came to mind. That's a very nice thought to have. He and I were in the same position. We both were in line to take the CEO position, but neither of us wanted it. It was adorable to think about. And kind of exasperating, but, potatoes, potatoes. A strange Romeo and Juliet.
Hey, are you listening?
No, I'm thinking about this guy I met at my grandfather's grave. He's super cute, you guys. And wait, I took pictures on my phone. I should totally show you. I broke out of my thoughts, finding myself in the hall with my things, ready to head home. A bois? Classic Alta. Way to show you have mastered the language skill.
Dude, you've been spacing out all day. Are you okay?
Maybe? You don't know. What's the problem with spacing out? As I expected, Naomi and Zuzu gave me disapproving looks. What? Come on, you can't be focused all the time. There's no fun in that.
What's going on, Anderson?
Oh, I think my mind was screwed with, like, incubi and succubus and demons, oh my. You know?
We're just worried about you.
I'm worried about me too. It's nothing, really. It's... Before I could continue, I heard Lizette gaggle of girls giggling nearby. I prepared myself, ready to fight Lizette or deal with another attack from her girl army, before turning to the sound. I felt my face go red at the sight. Andrew was standing in the hall, smiling at me. The girls around him seemed flirtatious, but he only kept his eyes on me, 'cause he's smart. Good boy. It wasn't like he was holding flowers, but his older looks made him the cutie in the school hall. I will be honest, he was much more handsome than any guy in the school. Which means, therefore, he is superior. Because personality counts for nothing. Meh. Andrew, hi.
Hey, I was waiting outside for you, but I needed to use the restroom. I hope you don't mind me coming into your school for that, right?
I don't know if that's a problem or not, but, you know, my friend's facial expressions, worth it. Not at all. Plus, this way, I get to show you off. Andrew smiled at me before gesturing to my friends, who both practically had their jaws hitting the floor. Yeah, for once this art pretty much matches up.
And who are your friends?
Oh, this is Naomi and Zuzu.
Pleasure. Yo.
He is mine. Back off. You two date each other. I have a feeling it would be super cute. They looked at me, giving me their silent friendship. Oh my god, who is this hot guy, and how do you know him? Look. Wait, how do you have that look? Is this not the first time this has happened? I have questions. I glared for half a second at each of them before smiling to Andrew. So, you came to pick me up?
Yeah, I figured I could drive you from school to wherever, you know?
Aw.
Save some time and stuff. Unless you don't wanna.
Oh, I very much wanna. Let's go. No, it's cool. Just give me a couple seconds, alright?
For sure, I'll be outside.
Cool. See you in a little bit. Andrew smiled and gave two-fingered salute to me before heading out of the hall. The girls, like a gaggle of morons, followed. I like that, a gaggle of morons. I have to start using this term. As I looked to Neo and Suzu, they glared at me. What? I just met him. Come on, it's not like I'm gonna marry him or something. What?
How do you know that guy? When did you two meet?
Well, first time was at the party, and my dad was horrible and drove him off. And then I met him yesterday again at my grandfather's grave. I know. Who would have guessed those would be places you'd meet such cute guys? I'm just saying.
You've been hogging guys to yourself.
Darn straight I have. It's not like that, okay? We met at the house party. My mom introduced us, and, well, he's kind of nice. Neo and Zuzu raised their eyebrows at me in almost perfect sync. I sighed. Look, we're just friends, and he wanted to hang out, so I said yes, okay? It's just for today. It's nothing, really.
Whatever you say.
Yes, whatever I say, darn it. And I say we're just friends. For now. Maybe with benefits later. We'll see.
Just remember to use rubber.
Excuse me? Also, yeah, way ahead of you. I live by myself. You guys? Also, I know, right? Oh, goody. You're here. Before I could defend myself, Lizette strutted up to me, crossing her arms.
So, who was that? A college boy?
Down, girl.
Back off, Lisette. I'm really not in the mood to hear your voice right now, and neither is Anderson.
Thank you, Zuzu. Go be my guard dog. Arr.
I just wanted to know. Can a girl be curious?
If the girl is you, then no. No, she can't.
Be curious, but don't pry.
I find those two things are very hard to separate personally. I could feel something go sour. Something wasn't right. Why was Lizette approaching us? She wasn't the type to talk to us freely. I looked around to see a small gaggle of girls gather, glaring at me and my friends, ready to pounce. I also noticed that Zuzu, Naomi, and I were cornered. Yeah, I believe this about girls, especially in high school. What do you want, Lizette?
Well, Anderson, I'm getting a little tired of this game. For
Really?
years now. We've been at each other's throats.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you didn't mean, again, Doki Doki is still fresh in my mind.
Excuse me?
Down, Zuzu.
Shut it, Capini. The point is, let's let go of the past, shall we?
No.
We're both different people, and we're gonna graduate soon. I don't want to graduate with bad blood between us.
Yeah, I don't trust you. Almost like a cliche chick flick, Lizette held her hand out to me with a smile. Fine. You want a piece? Fine. They'll have one. Was she joking? After all we had been through? She plotted her girls to tease us? To make us miserable? She was the mastermind behind any operations against me. Years of her trying to undermine me because we both were tops of our classes, and she wanted to shake hands? Ugh! Girl, Alta is from Orlais. We play the game. You're not very good at it. She sees through you. This wasn't like her at all. I rushed my gaze over her, trying to see what was different. Was she just tricking me? Was she being held in some kind of knife point? My eyes landed on a small purple pencil. Right, okay. Here's where the mind-altering comes in. Thought so. Sticking out of her pocket. For some reason, it caught my eye. I knew something was up with it, but it was just a pencil. What could be up with the pencil? More than you think.
Hello?
I'm ogling your pencil. Shush. I snapped out of my trance and looked up at Lizette, who was glaring at me.
Are you going to shake my hand, or what?
Shake your hand, slap her hand away. If you're trying to be the bigger person. Yes, I can rise to the occasion. I will shake your hand. And my friend's shocked expressions return. Twice in one afternoon. It's gotta be a record. I was better than her. Beyond better than her. She didn't deserve my hand, but I gave it anyway. Fine. Let the past be the past. Lizette smiled before stepping back. It was strange, but the smile seemed genuine and complex.
Good. Bye, Anderson!
Why do I feel like I just sold my soul and I don't know why? And with that, Lizette and her girl groupies left me and my friends alone. As it should be. I wasn't the only one confused by the whole ordeal.
What just happened?
She was trying to be decent for once? Maybe I'm tired of the fighting?
Did Lisette just try to...
To be a better person? Yeah.
Please don't tell me you forgave her so easily.
Nah, she's a bitch. Zuzu and Naomi giggled to themselves as I grinned at them. There was no way I was going to forgive her. However, it was cute to see her try to make me forgive her. I shrugged. Was it a good choice? Who cares? I continued down the hall with Naomi and Zuzu right beside me.
So, what about this guy? You're going on a date?
Maybe. Do you think I look ready? Like, man, I should go do my makeup in the bathroom before I head out? It's just hanging out. Girl, go do your makeup. At least get a brush through your hair.
So, we can come with, right?
No. No.
No way, Suzu.
Thank you,
You have to
Naomi.
babysit Francesca, and I have to go to a college interview.
Oh, good luck with your interview and good luck with babysitting. I turned and smiled at my friends. Trust me, I'll be fine. It's just hanging out. I'll text you both when I get home. Like a pair of adorable parents, Naomi and Zuzu nodded before heading out, leaving me to head for after Andrew. Aw, my two mommies approve. My friends. I smiled to see him leaning against his car waiting. He seemed all right, and, luckily, he wasn't surrounded by girls. Yeah, I call shenanigans at that. Andrew smiled and waved me over. I rushed over and smiled back. Hi.
Hi.
Like a gentleman, Andrew opened my door for me, gesturing me inside. I stepped inside and sat down before he closed the doors and circled to get into the driver's side. Aw, such a nice gentleman. We pulled out of the parking lot and began to drive. To where? I didn't know. But I trusted Andrew to stay local since this was just hanging out. Turns out he took me across several state lines.
Look, I know this seems weird, me picking you up and stuff, but I promise
it's
you'll
pretty
love where
natural
we're
to me.
going.
And where are we going, exactly?
It's a cafe. The Pink Lady Cafe.
I've been
Best
there.
cinnamon rolls around, and their coffee is to die for.
I know, right? I've actually been there before.
Really? Oh, crap. I thought it would be a surprise. Damn.
You're adorable, Andrew. Never change. I laughed. He seemed to want to impress me. Why, though? Let's see. He called you cute. He's flirted with you several times now. I think he might like you. Just saying. I let the idea slip it as we fell back into silence. It was peaceful, but at the same time, I didn't know how to talk to Andrew. The only thing that connected us was the company of my grandfather. And our overbearing daddies. Never forget that. He was funny, sure, but he was still somewhat a stranger. Well, that's why you talk to him. You get to know him. Therefore, he is not a stranger. So, how about them bears? You know, the cubs. Andrew let out a laugh. I didn't know it was so funny, but seeing him laugh made me laugh a bit too.
I'm a doofus. I don't watch sports. I barely know anything about sports.
And my love for you grew tenfold that day. Not even the Cubs are a Sox fan?
I'm from the north side. Take a guess.
Petra doesn't know sports either. When she said them bears, I actually thought she meant the bear with the light up heart on its chest, so... Yeah, I'm with you, Andrew. So, Cubs?
That's right.
Yes. We both laughed again. Chicago sports talk was a silly topic, but it was a start. It was better to chat on the road than listen to the car buzz. I don't know, you could put on some music, you can sing for him. Just saying.
You know, my mom always thought I'd go into sports.
Oh?
My dad wrecked that dream of hers real quick when he sent me to college prep. Meh, that was 6 years ago, though.
Wow. So your dad's really been pushing your future, too. Really? How old are you? Yeah, that's a good thing to know.
I'm 20, turning 21 in July. Why?
That's a comfortable age, realistically, for someone about ready to graduate high school. They're 17, 18. And you're in line for the CEO position? So young.
Why not? You are too, remember?
Yeah, but family company. And suddenly I did remember. I was 18 and being pushed to be CEO. My dad would force me to try and take the position right after I graduate. I sighed at the thought.
Did I say something wrong?
No, it's nothing. I saw Andrew's lips pressed together. He was blaming himself. Shoot! I opened my mouth to say something before he smiled.
Well, just so you know, I'm the kind of guy that likes to stop the microwave at 1 second just to feel like I'm defusing a bomb. Pretty cool, huh?
That is adorkable, sir. Adorkable, but not cool. I couldn't help but laugh. Where did that come from?
Well, you sighed, so I took a risk and tried to make you smile.
Aww.
I got a laugh, so 10 bonus points for me.
You get 100 bonus points, let's be honest. Although, seriously, button your shirt or tuck it all the way in. Because that little peak of tummy is super distracting. I laughed and smiled at him as he kept his eyes on the road. He also had a smile, though. The same goofy grin he had before. Had to admit, it was cute. However, the car suddenly began to play a song suddenly. I watched as Andrew effortlessly moved a hand from the wheel to press a button on his dash. His phone was connected to his car? What sorcery is this? A car phone? What'll they think of next? Although, wait, everyone in this verse has a cell phone already, so just saying.
Andrew Lewis speaking.
Andrew, can you come to the office for a little bit?
Hi,
His
man.
father needs a few folders, and he left them here.
Are you Rude
they're in
Girl's
the meeting
father?
room.
Really? Crap. Okay, I'll be there shortly.
He pressed the same button on his dash and sighed, slumping his shoulders.
I'm sorry. Can we stop by the Anderson office really fast? It's on the way and it'll be really quick.
Yeah, we should go see our potential futures, shouldn't we? Yeah, sure, I guess. Andrew nodded before traveling toward the city. I had only seen the building once, and you're gonna be CEO of it. Good job. Yay, nepotism. but it was the base of operations for Anderson Toy Company. I never went inside, and I truly was unsure if I ever wanted to. You want to? Come on, that'd be great. I'd have to eventually, but until then, I remained ignorant of how the office looked. Wow, really? Maybe it's time you did like a summer internship or something? Just saying, you should know this. There was curiosity, yes, but I didn't know if I wanted to follow through with it. We pulled into the parking lot of a gigantic office building with the company's name in bold letters at the top. I had to roll down my window and peek my head out to see the top. Yep, still as big as I remembered it.
I'll zip in and zip out. It's just to pick up some documents, nothing special.
Cool. You know what? I'll go in too. Might as well, get a bit of a walk. We've been sitting for a bit.
Huh? Are you sure?
Yeah, might as well see the inside after 18 years. I exited the car and closed the door, walking to be at Andrew's side. The building was huge, which we're not gonna see it, though. I had to admit, but I needed to fill the curiosity in my gut. What was it like on the inside? Not as glamorous as you think. Although, he's here, so that makes it somewhat better. Andrew and I made our way inside, and he guided me to where he needed to go. All the while, I took in the sight. It was a corporate office, but it had that hint of a fun flair, with toys in every corner and on every desk. 'Cause no one has a normal day job ever. I felt a smile grow on my face at the sight. This was my grandfather's company, all right. Andrew and I entered the meeting room where the pile of folders topped with strangely familiar purple pencil trigger sat neatly on the table.
All right, there they are. Let's get them and...
What is going on here?
Nothing. We were about ready to make it on the desk. No, sir. Nope. My blood ran cold at the voice. I'd know that voice anywhere. I turned to see my very angry father glaring at me and Andrew and blocking the doorway out. Andrew turned with the documents he needed in hand, almost dropping them at the sight of my dad. You know what? I get it, Andrew. I would also have that reaction.
Mr. Anderson,
He's corrupting me, Daddy. He kidnapped me and everything from school. Save me.
Louis, why is my daughter with you?
'Cause he's hot. Now shut up.
Well, sir, that is... I was just...
You're trying. Adorable.
Stop mumbling!
Stop being a dick first. I recognized those words and grew furious at the sound of them leaving his mouth. Why was he so mad? What was so wrong about me being with Andrew? What was his deal? Well, he and his dad never got along because his dad did magic and he doesn't like magic. So they weren't friends, and then you were born, but he didn't want you having a connection to him, but your mom kind of forced the issue, so you had connection to your grandfather. And he's never quite forgiven you for that. Stay quiet? I'm gonna speak up. This has been going on long enough. Enough was enough. I stepped forward, placing myself between my dad and Andrew. I came with Andrew after school. We were going out to a cafe together.
What did I tell you about?
Oh, that's cute. You assume I listened to you. I am no longer under your roof, sir. I am a grown... Well, I'm not, but... Please don't cut off my trust fund. When did you get to decide who I'm with? I don't live under your roof anymore. I live in grandfather's house. I can take care of myself. I can choose who to be close to. I could practically feel a red anger rise in my dad's face. At the same rate, I didn't care. He had been controlling me for long enough. I don't have to listen to you anymore. I have my own life now. I can go to college, get a degree, and do what I want. I guess I have you to thank for making me work endlessly for good grades and scholarships. I felt my courage bubble in my gut. I was finally able to fully speak my mind. I wasn't in his house anymore. I was my own woman. The moment you made me move out was the moment you gave up your right to decide what I do with my life. Alta, sweetie, he's still paying for the bills. So, maybe dial back a little. If I want to go to college and travel, then I can go to college and travel. If I want to give up running for CEO title, I can give up running for the CEO title. If I want to meet with Andrew for cinnamon rolls, then I'm gonna meet with Andrew for cinnamon rolls. And they're gonna be delicious, darn it! My dad stepped back, staring wide-eyed at me. I felt like the slap he gave me was repaid tenfold with just my words. I wasn't a child anymore. I wasn't his pawn anymore. I could do what I wanted to do. Come on, Andrew, let's go. I began to walk toward my father, who stepped back and let me and Andrew pass, without another word. I continued walking, retracing Andrew's steps to find the exit of the building. As we reached the car, I let out a large chunk of air I was holding in before getting in. Andrew followed into the driver's seat and looked at me. I was kind of a Valkyrie bitch right there, wasn't I?
Are you okay?
I don't think Alta's ever been better in her life. Yeah, I'm much better now.
Let me just say, that was pretty cool.
It was, wasn't it? I smiled and gently nudged him. Come on, let's get some cinnamon rolls. And coffee. Lots of coffee. Lily and Kay greeted us with happy smiles, giving us cinnamon rolls and coffee practically on the house. Oh, that was nice. I was pretty convinced Kay thought this was a date and wanted to make the situation more romantic than it needed to be. No such thing, girl. No such thing. And it's totally a date. Nevertheless, Andrew and I chatted about ourselves. Right after college prep, he interned with Anderson & Company and gained my grandfather's favor. His dad took advantage and got Andrew a job in the company part-time. However, Andrew only worked there to learn more from my grandfather versus actually trying to learn how to be a CEO. I was almost jealous. Soon, though, we had spent the entire afternoon together, and it was getting dark and cloudy. Andrew drove me home, picking us up some Paradise Parlor for dinner. His treat. That was nice. We stopped at the gates where Andrew walked me up to the front door.
I had a fun time. Thanks for coming out and having some coffee with me.
Thank you for dinner. It was my pleasure. Thank you for bringing me out. Aw, is it raining? I smiled as Andrew nodded to me, turning to head for his car. I stood there watching him leave when the rain started to fall. Andrew, unfortunately, was caught under the sudden rain and started racing to his car. Girl, you missed an opportunity. You should have invited him in. As I turned to unlock my door, I heard him stop running.
Wait!
I turned back to see him facing me through the rain. He was getting soaked, but he remained looking at me with almost an adoring look in his eyes. What is it? Andrew quickly ran over, stopping as he reached the awning of the mansion, and stared at me. He was totally drenched from the rain, but he didn't seem to care.
Can I be stupid for a moment?
Sure, you can be whatever you want. I guess?
Listen, you're probably the most interesting woman I've ever
Flattery will
met.
get you everywhere.
You're not afraid to be you, and that part of you makes you adorable.
Aw, thank you. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Was he confessing to me? This was beyond surreal, but he continued.
I know this is stupidly crazy, but I really like you, and I know we've only just met. But I really want to be your friend, and maybe more, but if you're not cool with that, that's okay. I mean, you're way out of my league and stuff, so I'll understand.
Wait, what? Holy crap, was he confessing? I stared wide at him as he confessed. What was I going to say? He had just met, but he was cute and funny. What was even weirder was that he reminded me of myself. He had an overbearing father that we never meet, and the one person that cared was grandfather. Andrew didn't know his future, and neither did I. Yeah, thing is, he feels he has a bit more figured out than you. It was scary how similar we were. Maybe it was a sign. I could hear my grandfather's laughter, replayed from a distant memory. Was this whole thing a setup by him? Was he setting this up somehow? Angel or not, I could only set my mind what was happening now. Andrew had laid his feelings out to me, and I had to reply. The question was, what was I going to say? Well, definitely not sorry. I'd like that. Why not? He was cute and funny, and we seemed to work well together. I smiled at him, and he smiled back with his goofy smile.
Wait, really? Really? Great! Wow! I totally thought I was being stupid and was gonna get kicked in the shin or something.
You're not Sam, I wouldn't kick you. And who's Sam? Wait, how do I know that name? I felt myself let out a laugh. Why would I kick you in the shin?
I don't know. Stupid thought, huh?
Why does it stir up memories of hitting other boys? Andrew and I laughed before I unlocked the door. Come on, let's get you dried up. The rain should pass soon, and you can stay over until it does.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly.
Sure you could. I insist. Andrew smiled gently and nodded before stepping into the house after me. Woo! Get him, girl! Also, this is the opportunity I was talking about. Look at you, being all first initiative and stuff. Good girl.
Hey, didn't you have servants and stuff?
What? What are you talking about? Huh? What do you mean?
Huh? Never mind. Must have been a party arrangement thing.
Months went by since Andrew's confession. We were happy, and eventually graduation came along. The rest of the story can almost be passed over. I graduated from school, on top of my class, blah blah blah, daddy proud finally. I did my best in school, woman in his eyes. Andrew, who later became my boyfriend, worked hard at the company, but often took time off to be with me. We ended up going out and learning about each other more and more as each day went by. Aw, good for you. As for his family, his mother was extremely happy he finally got a girlfriend. Surprisingly, I was his first. Yeah, that is actually genuinely surprising. This, to me, was shocking. His father wasn't too thrilled, but after I introduced myself and got to know his parents, his dad came to love me like a daughter. So he's overbearing to you too? But what of my future? Well, with Andrew's support, I finally decided to stand up for myself. A year after I graduated, Andrew and I presented our cases to the board and decided to have Andrew step into the CEO position of the Anderson Toys Company. My father was beyond shocked. I congratulated Andrew and went to the University of Chicago to get a degree while Andrew dedicated himself to full-time to the company. And me. Andrew vowed to respect the wishes of the late CEO and help the company become an even grander company. Andrew had a large amount of heart, so it was easily accomplished. Aww. My grandfather would have been proud to see Andrew helped it shine. With the CEO position filled, my father had no choice but to let me decide my future, which made me happy beyond compare. He was finally off my back. No longer would I have a future scaring me in a corner. I could choose my own life. That being said, I was still scared of where the future was going to take me. What did I want to do? Did I want to help Andrew build the company? Did I want to venture off on my own? Andrew reassured me that he would support me and help me through whatever I decided to do. I was grateful and would never forget that promise. I was happy, and nothing could shake me from that happiness. One morning, a good couple of years after Andrew and I started going out, I woke up and took in all that happened, as if it was all a dream. My life seemed to fall perfectly into place. It was almost surreal.
Is everything as you wanted, sweetie?
Me? Hello? Oh, Cleavage Lady is back! Yay! How you been? Yep, purple pencil. Trigger. Eye twitch.
There's no need to worry about who I am. I just wanted to make sure you got what you deserved.
What I desired? I mean, have you seen Andrew? Yeah. I'd say I did pretty well for myself. And I'm gonna skip this because we've already read it, and I don't know why I don't have the option for a skip button here. And she needs to leave because I am gonna call the police.
Oh, I'm leaving, all right. I just wanted a small...
And she kissed me. I didn't want her to, and I swear I'm a loyal girlfriend.
Would you mind if I steal
Yes,
a little
terribly.
kiss for the...
But I'm gonna do it anyway. And she goes and she kisses me. And
Lovely.
She looks surprised and confused.
Now, this is the last time you'll see me. I hope you and your sweet Andrew have a wonderful life together.
Me too. Thank you, strange lady that's in my room in a ball gown and the first thing in the morning that kissed me. Thank you. Bye-bye. And places the pen in her cleavage, and that still sounds super uncomfortable. But teach their own, and she floats away.
And thus, my price is paid.
Yep, thanks. I heard her voice echo in my mind before I heard the snapping of a pencil break my thoughts. What was I thinking about? Must be time for breakfast and coffee. Oh yes, my life. I let my mind wander the future before my phone started ringing. I instantly picked it up. Hello?
Hey, can you come over to the office? I need your help in something.
Maybe. I just got up. Yeah, sure. What's wrong?
Come over and I'll explain.
Okay, I'll see you in a bit. I grew worried. What was wrong? Did something happen? My mind began to sort through possibilities that could have occurred with Andrew. Luckily, I learnt how to drive. Finally! And got a car. About time. As a graduation gift from my mother. How she managed to get me a brand new car without Dad knowing was beyond me. Our mom is now awesome. And, if she ever gets separated from Dad, she can move in with me. I quickly drove over and ran through the building, being led to the room with my parents, Andrew's parents, and Andrew himself. Huh? What's going on? I watched as my father stood up and walked over to me. I watched and waited. What was he going to do? To my surprise, my father kissed my head and smiled down at me. I don't like where this is going. He's way too happy. Dad?
I'm sorry.
Who are you and what have you done with my father? What do you mean?
I've been hard on you practically all your life.
Yeah, you have.
Here you are, doing what you want to do. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'd say so. Very much so. My dad's smile was foreign, but I felt major elation at just seeing it. Maybe it was sappy to say, but I never imagined I would see a smile like this on him.
I love you, sweetie.
Lies.
You may not have followed the path I wanted you to follow, but if you're happy in the end, then there's nothing else that would make me happier.
Uh-huh. Yeah, have you recently come into contact with a purple pencil? I'm curious. Or a woman with long, flowing hair and a black and gold dress and a lot of cleavage? I felt my eyes water. Did he really just say the three words I never thought he would say to me? Was this really happening? My dad kissed my forehead before going back to stand near Andrew's father. I looked at Andrew, very confused but grateful to have heard those words. What's going on, Andrew?
You know I love you, right?
Nods. Yeah, I love you too. Before I knew it, Andrew walked over to me and held my hands. I stared up at him, wondering what was going on.
I love you a lot. You're sweet, funny, courageous, and absolutely wonderful.
Cute.
I couldn't have asked for a better girlfriend.
Aw, I try. Andrew. Andrew brought my hands to his lips and kissed over my knuckles.
It's been a couple of years since we've been going out, hasn't it?
The game tells me yes. Yes, it has. Andrew, you're avoiding the question.
I know, but for good reason.
No? And what reason is that? Andrew smiled and took a small box out from his pocket. I stared wide-eyed as he opened it before me and got on one knee.
This is all very sudden, I know,
Yeah.
but I want you to know that I care for you so much.
Also,
and I want to
really
continue
animation
caring
for
for you
this.
as long as I live. I definitely don't deserve you. But will you marry me?
Aww, yay! That's so cool. Also, aww. And we really needed art for this. I felt my heart beating wildly in my chest. He was proposing. He was proposing? I couldn't stop myself from jumping up and down in happiness. Yes, yes, I will. Andrew smiled wildly up at me as tears started falling down my cheeks. He stood and wrapped his arms around me before he kissed me lovingly. I felt Andrew slip the ring onto my finger as I kissed back, uncaring the cheering going on in the room. I could hear more people had entered and started celebrating our engagement, but I didn't mind. Yeah, right now I don't think anything is gonna bother her. Andrew gently pulled away and smiled down at me.
I love you.
Feeling bold, I stretched up on my tiptoes, kissing him with the same amount of love he gave me. He was shocked, but as I felt him relax in my arms, he kissed me back. I didn't want to wake up, but this was indeed a dream. I felt light as a feather, not wanting to ever let go of the man in my arms. There was no words that could describe the emotion within me. I felt joy and... yeah, we've read this. I vowed to cherish him and love him for the remainder of my days and beyond. And that was my happily ever after. And Andrew's proposal. Arr. And that was the Andrew romance. And we also unlocked Andrew's proposal, so go team. We accomplished stuff this session. Still ranking the romances, I will still say I prefer Naomi's, that is still my favorite. Then Andrew, then Zuzu. I don't know which romance I'm gonna do next or when I'll be back continuing this, but I do have some ideas for the order of how I'm going to be doing things going forward. Because those were the 3, air quotes, mundane romances you can have. There are a few other paths that are also alternatives that I could take, but I'm gonna have to think about that in between sessions to figure out what exactly I'm gonna do next. So, until next, tak like a tail hiddo.